Beyond Barriers program started on the eve of the Indian Independence Day on 14th of August, and it is over 15 sessions which have been informative and insightful. We have had sessions on health and well-being, assistive technologies, career guidance and livelihood, peer mentorship, self-advocacy, path of trust, and most importantly, sports being an enabler. My name is Arun Sriram, and I'm based out of Bangalore. And it's an absolute honor and privilege to be the master of ceremonies for this wonderful virtual grand finale. It's over to the invocation, which will be a Veena recital by a dear friend of mine of over 20 years, Kavita Kannan, who is also an accomplished chartered accountant from Bangalore, and she is going to be playing on the veena with her lovely daughter, Kavya Kannan. And the recital is going to be Kali Yuga Varadan. Over to Kavita and Kavya. Thank you so much, Kavita and Kavya, for that lovely rendition. It pays to have friends like you. So I'm really happy about it. And now getting on, they say every beginning has an end, but every end could also be a beginning. We may be at the virtual grand finale, but I'm sure this is just an indication of many more things to come. I would now like to welcome a person whom I don't know how to introduce, to be very honest. She is a three-time national para swimming champion, an accomplished TEDx speaker, and she's also been a founder of the Wheelchair Basketball Federation of India, the SV2 CAN movement, and somebody whose brainchild this entire Living Beyond Barriers is. Beyond all of this, she's also a wonderful author, as we all saw or read through Swimming Against the Tide, her autobiography. I was already her fan, but this one drew me even closer to her. And I'm absolutely thrilled to say that I know her for the last year and a half. Over to you, Madhavi Lata, for the welcome speech. And before that, let's have the audio visual going.
After realizing the benefits of hydrotherapy and swimming, Madhavi Lata Pratigudupu started a movement called Yes, We Too Can, or YWTC, to encourage persons with disabilities in sports. Since then, she has been actively involved in creating awareness about the objectives of this movement at various forums. She later founded the YWTC Charitable Trust, a not for profit organization that works for the empowerment of PWDs, that's persons with disabilities, with an emphasis on sports. The long term goal of YWTC is to be able to support PWDs in all aspects of physical and mental well being. YWTC seeks to accomplish this goal through a range of support initiatives like peer mentorship, self advocacy skills, career guidance, livelihood or skill development programs, awareness of various assistive technologies and opportunities, recreation, arts, etc. Madhavi Lata strongly believes that sport is a powerful tool for the overall development at an individual level and a more inclusive environment at a community level. YWTC has supported the formation of two sports bodies, namely the Paralympic Swimming Association of Tamil Nadu and the Wheelchair Basketball Federation of India. These entities work to promote the two sports in Tamil Nadu and India respectively. YWTC has supported many events organized by these sports entities. YWTC has been successfully using sports as a medium for bringing positive changes in the lives of PWDs. By providing opportunities for education, employment, healthcare, and recreation, YWTC has opened new doors for persons with disabilities to achieve their dreams.
Over to you, Madhavi Lata.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Arun, for your kind introduction. Hi all. On behalf of our Living Beyond Barriers team, once again, I welcome you all to the finale of our Living Beyond Barriers program. Our wholehearted thanks to our chief guest, Consul General, US Consulate General Chennai, Judith Ravin, and Ravi Kulkarni, partner, Kaitan & Co, for joining us all to celebrate the successful conduct of our Living Beyond Barriers program. I would like to share with you all how this Living Beyond Barriers program was evolved. Recognizing the efforts of our Wheelchair Basketball Federation of India to promote this sport in India, US Consulate General Chennai and US State Department invited 15 of our wheelchair basketball coaches and administrators to USA under their Sports Visitor Program. It was a great learning for all of us. During that time, I got the opportunity to meet the officials at LEAP, Cleveland in USA. I was very much impressed with the initiatives, whatever they took it up, and under one umbrella, they are doing so many things to support persons with disabilities to live life independently. From that time, I have been thinking of arranging a program in our country in partnership with them. But 2019 was a hectic year for us with many events for our wheelchair basketball players. Then I thought of planning for this program in 2020. You all know that pandemic changed all our plans with regard to physical events. And slowly we started getting accustomed to these virtual programs. In 2021, again, I thought about arranging a program in partnership with LEAP to guide persons with disabilities to lead their life in the way they want. So when I approached Melanie, Executive Director of LEAP, with my idea, she has immediately responded positively for my request. Then I also approached our long time partners like International Committee of Red Cross, Vishesh, Sri Sogam Physiotherapy Institute, Ratna Center for Conscious Living, and anyway, Wheelchair Basketball Federation of India. All those officials to know whether they are interested to join this program. So all of them accepted to be part of this program. We had our first call on 30th April 2021. From that time, we started having calls on every Friday evening to give a shape to our ideas. Later, a wheelchair basketball coach, Michael Fragle from Canada, whom I met during this SVP, he also joined, and my friend Assistive Technologies, Santosh, also joined us. Our well-wisher Murali and core volunteer Akash, we are all part of that group. After a lot of brainstorming, we finalized the topics and speakers. So topics are already you heard, like health and well-being, assistive technologies, sports, self-advocacy and peer mentorship, career guidance and livelihood. So next step is to create awareness about our event. So our partner R.R. Donley stepped in. They helped us by designing all our PR material, video editing, etc. We all strongly want to make our sessions very inclusive. Right now you are seeing also general obstacles for persons with disabilities to join this type of sessions are: one is about the cost of the sessions, admission fee, and language barriers, and lack of required accommodations. So what we plan in this program, all the sessions are free for our participants, so there is no financial problem. And next one is language interpretation. So for that language barrier, for that what we did, Zoom introduced a feature for webinar, webinar license, where we can have language interpretation. So we bought that webinar license, and then sign language. For sign language, National Institute of Speech and Hearing, NISH, and Vishesh, and other individual volunteers also, they have been helping. Captioning anyway, Zoom is having. So with that, we are able to have all these features. And our partner Khaitan and Co joined us by coming forward to bring our bring out a digital handbook on legal rights for persons with disabilities. Soon it's going to be released today by our chief guest along with our Ravi Kulkarni from Khaitan. So major credit for the successful conduct of this Living Beyond Barriers program goes to the volunteers from R.R. Donley, First Source, and many other individual volunteers, our friends, well-wishers. They supported us. And thanks to 480 Consulting, they helped us with regard to meet the administrative expenses. So entirely this success goes to each and everyone, that 50 plus speakers, 75 plus volunteers, all the partners, everyone contributed for this. So today we are celebrating, all of us, we are celebrating this great moment. We are committed to guide the persons with disabilities on the topics we cover under our Living Beyond Barriers program. So interested participants can be in touch with us to learn more about these topics. So we are ready. It's not just conducting one program and leaving like that. As Arun told in the beginning, this is not a closing, this is the beginning. So I wholeheartedly thank each and everyone from the bottom of my heart for your wonderful support. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Madhavi ma'am, for the wonderful welcome and your expression of gratitude. Thank you so much for that. It's an absolute honor and privilege to have amongst us as the chief guest for today's event, the US Consul General in Chennai, Judith Ravin. Before assuming this office in September 2020, she was the public affairs consular at the US Embassy in Lima, Peru. In her illustrious career, Consul General Judith Ravin has served in multiple capacities in Washington, D.C., Islamabad, Dominican Republic, Sudan, Cameroon, Mexico, among other countries. I had to order a second map just to see where some of the countries are. Apart from undergraduate work in France, Spain, and US, Consul General Judith Ravin also holds a master's degree in Romance language and literature from Harvard University. She is also an author and has been a journalist as well. As the Consul General in Chennai, she is responsible for advancing US-India relations in the consular jurisdiction covering Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, and the 3 union territories of Andaman Nicobar Islands, Lakshadweep, and Pondicherry. A warm welcome to you, Consul General Judith Ravin. Over to you for a few words on this momentous occasion.
Yes, thank you. So I was saying thank you so much, Arun, for that very generous introduction, and good evening to everyone, and to some, good morning. I would like to thank Madhavi Lata for inviting me as we commemorate the International Day of Persons with Disabilities. I had the pleasure of meeting Madhavi just recently at an event at my home, and I'm thrilled that Madhavi has shared her inspirational and personal story with the public in her new book, Swimming Against the Tide, True Story of Para-Swimmer Madhavi Lata. By the way, this wonderful book is now on display at our American Center at US Consulate General Chennai. And when we reopen the American Center for in-person use, I hope you will check it out. US Consulate General Chennai is proud to champion inclusivity. Yes, sorry, proud to champion inclusivity through its comprehensive programs. With alumni who are members of the disability community, the impact of their efforts goes well beyond their time participating in exchange programs. Madhavi Lata herself is an example of such an opportunity. She traveled to the United States in 2019, along with 14 others on a sports visitor program. Madhavi co-founded the Wheelchair Basketball Federation of India in 2014, as we've heard, and found a movement called Yes, We Too Can, an initiative to improve the lives of differently abled children. During this session, we commemorate the Living Beyond Borders initiative, which is a 4-month-long campaign to help persons with disabilities and their supporters on a range of issues. By creating a friendly ecosystem for persons with disabilities, the initiative is very timely. With COVID-19 restrictions keeping all of us, or most of us, indoors, it is vital that persons with disabilities also remain motivated and engaged. Earlier this year, at a White House ceremony marking the 31st anniversary of the Americans with Disabilities Act on July 26th, President Biden touted his plan to invest $400 billion into home and community-based services, which he indicated would help people with disabilities to live more independently. According to President Biden, for more than 60 million Americans living with disabilities, the Americans with Disabilities Act is so much more than a law. It's a source of opportunity, participation, independent living, and respect and dignity, the bulwark against discrimination and a path to independence. The president hailed America's landmark disability rights law and went on to say that his administration will work to ensure that the dignity and rights of disabled Americans are lifted up in every policy. For those who've joined us today, or who may be unaware, the Americans with Disabilities Act, also known as ADA, became a law in 1990. It prohibits discrimination against individuals with disabilities in all areas of public life, including jobs, schools, transportation, and all public and private places. The purpose of this law is to make sure that people with disabilities have the same rights and opportunities as everyone else. The ADA gives civil rights protections to individuals with disabilities, similar to those provided to individuals on the basis of race, color, sex, national origin, age, and religion. The ADA is now a fundamental part of our democratic society. While the impact of the ADA is meant to serve those on US soil, it has influenced policies for persons with disabilities around the world. At the ADA event this year, President Biden also said, "We made important progress, but we still have work to do. We have to keep going to ensure that every single American has a chance to contribute their talents and thrive and succeed." Both our countries need to continue to advocate strategies for integrating opportunities for employment and education, as well as the legal rights and accessibility challenges that relate to persons with disabilities. In that spirit of encouraging the continuation of such efforts, it is truly my pleasure to release the Handbook on Rights of Persons with Disabilities on this occasion, put together by the legal firm Kyten and Company, a supporting partner of the Yes We Too Can Trust. The handbook seeks to bridge the gap between disability and accessibility and serve as a ready reference for those seeking to learn about and protect the legal rights of the disabled. I think at the moment I'm probably joined by Mr. Ravi Kulkarni in hereby releasing the handbook. I look for others to confirm that that's so, since this is virtual. And once again, I congratulate you, Madhavi, and the entire Yes We Too Can team, and I wish you all the success. And back over to you, Mr. Arun.
Thank you so much, Consul General Judith Rabin. A round of applause for Consul General, please. And now it's my pleasure, and I'll request for the Handbook on Rights of Persons with Disabilities to be published now on screen. So can we have the AV, please? Thank you so much. And it's now my pleasure to introduce Mr. Ravi Kulkarni. Mr. Ravi Kulkarni is a senior partner in the corporate and commercial practice group in the Mumbai office of Khaitan and Company. He has more than 4 decades of experience in the legal field. He has been at the forefront of the publication of the digital handbook on rights of persons with disabilities and is a true well-wisher for the SV2CAN movement and living beyond barriers as well. Over to you, Mr. Ravi Kulkarni, for a few words. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Arun. And thank you, Madam Consul General, for releasing the book. It's been a real pleasure for us and an honor. See, Khaitan is just 2 words about Khaitan. Khaitan is a 110-year-old firm with 5 offices in India, including Chennai, which is our most recent office in India, and also Singapore, 1 overseas office. And as a very large firm of almost about 800 fee earners and legal professionals, we have been taking a great initiative in the area of disability and inclusion. We have created a group internally called Arise, which is a community of like-minded individuals who believe in D&I and are focused on creating a work environment that enables each one of us to achieve our full potential. We have 3 verticals under Arise: gender, sexual orientation, and disability. And we have been having activities throughout the year across these verticals. We plan to scale up our efforts in the coming years. And recently, during the Pride Month, we partnered with She Breaks the Law, which is an organization created by Priya Lele, a London-based activist who is associated with Herbert Smith Freehills, a leading city law firm. And we have been having programs conducted by them throughout. And we had a very nice program during the Pride Month. Coming down to our present one, it's been indeed a great honor for us to associate ourselves with Madhavi Lata and her organization, Yes We Too Can, on the Living Beyond Barriers series. And though Arun thanked me, I've only been a background person, whereas the real work has been done by my colleagues. And I think it would be necessary for me to mention them. Vanita, Arva, Astha, Rajani Akarshita, Shuam, Prerna, Diksha, Sarnya, Aditya, and Haripriya, who have worked on this handbook and brought out a very, very readable and user-friendly handbook for giving a perspective of the D&I law. Our heartfelt thanks to Madam Karpagam, who's an advocate in Chennai and practicing in the Madras High Court and a disability rights activist. She has authored the introduction to the handbook, and we're really thankful to her. And she's scheduled to speak afterwards at this event. Last year, on World Disability Day, we at Khaitan took a pledge that we'll work towards a positive and supportive work environment for members with disability and raise awareness on disability inclusion. I'm delighted that as a firm, we are totally committed to disability and inclusion. And as part of that, we have conducted disability awareness sessions for the firm members throughout our offices, have hosted interns with disabilities. For instance, recently, a law student with cerebral palsy completed internship with our litigation team in Mumbai. We have created this handbook with the hope that it will be widely disseminated and will contribute towards disability inclusion movement in India. And finally, the fantastic work which Madhavi Lata and her organization are doing, we're really, really very proud and humbled to be associated with her. It's really an humbling feeling for us, who are people without disability, to be associated like this and be able to contribute our little effort to making and enriching the life of people with disabilities. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ravi Kulkarni, for that wonderful, wonderful speech. And calling next would be Ms. Karpagam Maayavan. She is, as Mr. Ravi Kulkarni mentioned, a lawyer in the Madras High Court, and she's a disability rights activist, and her contribution to the handbook has been the introduction that she has spent for this. So may I request Karpagam Mayavan to speak a few words, please.
Thank you, Arun sir, for the and thank you, Ravi sir, also for talking about the handbook. To say a few words about me, I'm a person with disability. I'm said to be the first visually impaired woman advocate presently practicing at the Madras High Court. And I was very thrilled when Madhavi ma'am said me to author the introduction, because throughout my life, I've missed out on certain opportunities because there was lack of awareness. So there's been many people out there with disability who don't know their rights. So hence this handbook will definitely serve to be a ready reference for those who want to really study about the rights of person with disability. And thank you, Kaitan and team. They were in continuous touch with me, and I think I did justice to the introduction. And thank you, Consul General ma'am, for releasing the book, and looking forward to add on more to the digital handbook. Thank you, Arun sir. Thank you, Madhavi ma'am.
Thank you so much, Karpagam ma'am, for your wonderful little speech. Truly appreciate it. Truly appreciate all the efforts of everyone who's put in their heart and soul into getting the digital handbook out. Thank you very much.